Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of AKP Sports Talk. As always, I'm Ari here with Korea. We're officially into a new month, May 1st. April is behind us. New month, new everything, with betting. So we're on to our best bets for today. But as always, I'll recap our best bets from the day before. You had two legacy late wins to keep you undefeated again after you're undefeated on on Tuesday. A late goal by Madrid to tie it, and then the fifth inning in the fifth inning in the Tigers game too was as crazy as it gets. But to talk about your two plays.
Yeah, first of all, Tigers first five money line, that was a sweaty. I was already cashing that one. It was 3-0. I was just fading Steven Matz, and all of a sudden I see the Cardinals come back, and I'm like, oh no, here we go again. We're 4-0. Just give me this one. And all of a sudden, I click out of it, and all I see is they're up 7-5. I'm like, oh my goodness, how did they do this one? Oh my goodness. The Tigers, this team, man. I don't even know if that's a great win. I gotta call that one of the luckiest wins we've had. And you know what? I'll take it. We'll take all the lucky wins we can get. It was just back and forth in terms of the offenses. I didn't really expect the Cardinals' offense to really show up, but it was basically a reverse of the games of what I had. I thought game one yesterday in the doubleheader was going to be a lot more exciting with the bats. That was pretty much game two. So obviously it was just a mismatch, but Tigers still got the first five money line win. They got luckily for that 2-run homer. Thank hallelujah. Because they were down 5-4 heading into the bottom of the fifth. So we needed one run obviously to get our money back, and then obviously 2 runs to get the win. So that was nice to see there for the Tigers' first five money line in game two. I think it did cash in game one if I'm not mistaken as well. So it was nice to see either one if you had it for either one or two. Game one or two, if you got confused, that was nice to see either one hit for you there. But obviously, game two was the one we were sweating more, and that was the bigger win, obviously the bigger sweat as well. And then going to the soccer, going to the pitch. We're going back to our Champions League plays here today, but recapping yesterday, Real Madrid. That was a little bit sweaty. First half, definitely very sweat free. I saw Vinny obviously get that goal. Was sitting back, not chilling because I was sitting back chilling because obviously we had Real Madrid, the winner draw, which means we needed Bayern to either somehow get two, and oh my god, not only did they get two, they got 2 in 4 minutes. I was driving, I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, there's no way this team's gonna just get 2 and 4, and then Vinny, Salah, Wallahi, thank you Jesus. They got a penalty and they got the draw. So yeah, I knew it was probably going to be one of those games where I thought it was going to be even going back to the Bernabeu next week, and that's pretty much what it was, 2-2 draws. So you can kind of forget that this game ever happened because next week is obviously the more important game because winner goes to the Champions League final. But you know what, Ari? I forgot my broom, but we are me personally, I'm 5-0 in my last 5. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. Hopefully, going to keep that momentum going into the month of May. Ari, how did you do yesterday?
Yeah, 1-1 day for me. Red Sox team total under was just not good. They scored 1 run each of the first 3 innings, so just not a good play. But the Knicks' first half was, what you call it, sharp. Obviously I thought they would win, and it's one of those games where it's like 1 in 100. You lose that game up by 6 or 20 seconds left. Just like when they came back to win game 2, like it's like the same way where there's like 100 for them to win that game, and they ended up winning. So I guess the series is kind of even in terms of each team getting 1 win, where you would not expect them to win that game. But regardless, my play the first half, just getting out strong in front of the home crowd, and it did not start out good. They're down 12-2 about 4 minutes into the game. But as always, they battled their way back, and they outscored Philly 32-17 in the second quarter. And so they were up by, I think, 6, I believe, at halftime. And with like 2 or 3 minutes left, they were up by like 6-8 the whole way. So it was pretty sweat-free in the last 2 minutes of the first half. So yeah, 1-1 day for me. Knicks first half -2 win. Red Sox team total under first 3 innings, the complete opposite.
Ari, I think we just got to get rid of that first 3 team total under. I mean, we've all 0-3. We're going to hit one eventually. But Red Sox, I mean, that was just a tough scene for you, obviously, to get one in the bottom of the first. So obviously, if you had the Nerfy as well, that ruined it for you as well. But the Red Sox did score a run in the first inning, so obviously that was a tough one for you. But you mentioned the Knicks, obviously, getting up to a little bit of a slow start. We all know how that game ended with Tyrese Maxey kind of scoring 7 in the last 17 seconds to force overtime and get the win on the road to force Game 6 back in Philly. But that play worked out for you. You taking the Knicks for the first half, just taking them first half -2. That definitely was a great play for you. Just taking the home team just to get a good first half lead and hope. Well, obviously the hope was to maintain it for Knicks fans, obviously, but just a very fun game. That could have gone.
Tyrese Maxey turned into Reggie Miller in the last 20 seconds, 7 points in the last 25 seconds.
I mean, we saw, what was his name? I believe his name is Tracy Morgan. We saw Tracy Morgan flipping off Tyrese Maxey at the end of the game. That was a great game, but unfortunately 1-1 day for you, 2-0 day for me. We're gonna keep that momentum going. 3-1 day overall for us yesterday, and as already said, new month, new bankroll, and some new bets for you. Here it is, May 1st. I got 3 bets for you. I see that. I know you see that bottom one. We're gonna get into that in a little bit, but first we're gonna go to the Diamond, of course, my favorite. We're gonna take the Cubs first 5 money line here, -130. And the only reason I'm taking them for the first 5, I do like the full game money line as well. For those interested in the full game money line, that's about -125. So a little less juice, but at the same time, I believe the first 5 is the better look at -130. On the mound for the Cubs is Shota Imanaga. That's all I have to say. It's a Shota day. And on Shota days, it is a great day to back the Cubs because that man has been cooking ever since the start of the season. He's a Rookie of the Year candidate for the National League. He has one of the best strikeout rates that we've seen. He just absolutely fans people. And, against the Mets lineup that I don't think hit lefties really well, I'm just going to take this team through the first 5. On the other side, they got Jose Buto on the mound. And, he's actually a pretty decent pitcher himself. But, there is a lot of negative regression maybe coming his way sometime soon. I'm just going to take the Cubs through the first 5 because of that. Buto as well, he does have some of his problems is just the walk. He does allow a lot of walks, a lot of walks, excuse me. But with this Cubs offense, missing some key guys right now, obviously, and along, with just, how this Mets, in terms of the Mets bullpen, obviously a lot more considerably better than the Cubs. I just want to take the Cubs through the first 5. I don't really want to have to depend on any of the bullpens. I like targeting this pitching matchup because of it, and I'm going to take Shota and the Cubs through the first 5 at -130. You're getting them at a good price. I do like Shota and the Cubs just to get a lead through 5 innings, and if they don't get a lead, hopefully they tie so we can get our money back. So I do like the Cubs through the first 5 on the money line there. And then going to a little bit of a later game today, the Astros and Guardians. We're taking that full game over 8.5. I would buy up to 9 where it is right now at -108, but I did get it over 8.5 at -135. We're just fading these 2 pitchers here. Tristan McKenzie. He's still coming back from that elbow injury, and he's not the most reliable guy in this. But and obviously you got to face the Houston Astros, and obviously the Houston Astros still one of the best lineups. So even though the record doesn't show for it, we talk about how dangerous the Houston Astros lineup is all the time with Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, all those guys. Even though Jose Abreu did get sent down, I still believe that this Astros team can put up numbers against a really struggling Tristan McKenzie. And then the other side, you got JV Justin Verlander for this Houston Astros team. And even though obviously it's Justin Verlander, I think this is a really bad spot for him against a Guardians team that can hit the ball against righties really well. I've seen some of the splits for him. We have guys like Jose Ramirez who have 3 homers off of Verlander. Other guys, I think Naylor has success off of him as well. So there's a lot of teams in both lineups that have success off both of these pitchers. So I'm just hoping for a high scoring game here. I like the over 8.5 there at -135. I would play all the way up to 9. I'm on the Rays Brewers Nerfy, and someone just okay, thank gosh. I thought someone was stealing second. There was a throwdown. There was no one at second, but they struck him out anyway. So that top of half Nerfy was great to see. 3 outs, hopefully 3 more outs. Yay! Look at that in the background there. But I do like the Astros and Guardians over 8.5. I don't know why they're celebrating the Nerfy now, considering I still have 3 more outs later. But
wait, do a thumbs up. I think
I do 2 thumbs up here. It's the 2 thumbs up. It's the 2
if
thumbs up they give you.
if you do one, it's just a thumbs up sign. Like I've seen people do. I don't. It's like
next time, hopefully in the bottom half, we'll do the 2 thumbs up. But back to the Astros and Guardians. We're just fading both pitchers. We look at how the Astros bullpen has been on the year. It's been really inconsistent, even though the Guardians have one of the better bullpens in baseball. I'm just fading the fact that, Tristan McKenzie, I don't know why I keep calling McKenzie. Tristan McKenzie, still coming back from that elbow injury, not the most consistent guy you want on the mound if you're back in the Guardians. Obviously for the Astros, JV, he's had his ups and downs, but against this lineup, he has a lot of negative regression coming his way. So we're just taking the over 8.5. Minus 135. I would play up to 9 as well. I think that's around minus 108 right now. And then we're going back to the UCL, the Champions League, of course. But this time we're going to be doing a little 2-leg same-game parlay. The first leg, we're just taking both teams to score, Dortmund and PSG, both teams to score. And then the second leg is just Mbappe to score, Kylian Mbappe. Those 2 legs combined, that's around plus 130 on DraftKings right now. And I was really mostly targeting both teams to score. I do like both of these teams to score in this matchup in Germany, obviously. I believe the last time they faced in Germany, obviously, ironically, these 2 teams were in the same group together in the group stage. I believe it was a 1-1 draw in Germany last time, so that's kind of backing, both teams to score there. I do kind of expect the same thing, in this matchup. Kylian Mbappe, the god that keeps on giving for this PSG team. I expect him to kind of be the league man in charge. Obviously, their main striker. I expect him to score. That's why he usually it's kind of like a home run prop. You don't usually see that at minus money unless it's someone is going to score. And when you have Kylian Mbappe on your pitch, obviously he's definitely going to score no matter what, or at least try.
So it's like a Jordan in Mexico. They had a home run.
Exactly, it's almost like Jordan in Mexico. It's almost like they're asking you to take that. So Mbappe, he's usually, oh yes, beautiful, 4 outs. With Mbappe, he's usually around that minus, if he's around like maybe even money to like probably plus 130 or even in the minus, take it. I think obviously just because of the fact that Mbappe is like the main guy for this PSG team in terms of their striker and their lead goal contributor. If you do want to play a little safer, I don't know if they have this prop on DraftKings, but I know on other platforms they have goal or assists. I do like that just to play a little safer. But I do think Mbappe scores because he is the guy for that team. So I do think Dortmund and PSG both score. I don't like it by itself because it's already like in the minus 200. So to parlay that, I'm also parlaying Kylian Mbappe to score. That's minus 110 to come together around plus 130. That's my Champions League same game parlay for today. Those are all my 3 picks today. Going back to the Cubs first 5 money line. This is show today. We're taking to the Cubs first 5. We're just backing that team through 5 innings. And then obviously the Astros and Guardians. Oh, that was almost a scary sight to see. 2 guys going for the same ball in outfield. And then, but we're 1 out away over there. So the Cubs first 5 money line, obviously, like I said, Shota on the mound. That's my favorite play. Astros and Guardians over 8.5. Just fading 2 pitchers, one coming back from injury still, and one, who does not have a good lineup, good success against the other lineup. And then going to the UCL Champions League parlay, Dortmund and PSG both to score, and then Mbappe to score as well. That's combined at plus 130. I love that parlay. I love those plays to start off my May. Ari, what have you cooked up on this May 1st?
Yep, 2 MLB plays for me, starting off with the Dodgers Diamondbacks first 5 under 4.5. It was supposed to be, obviously, you had the weird game yesterday with the delayed to the B into that the Beehive.
It was unbelievable.
Boo.
I'm here all week.
So Montgomery got scratched from his start yesterday to today, so it's him against Yamamoto. Obviously, it's been a up and down start to the MLB tenure for Yamamoto so far. A hit.
Yes, they did. We are 4 for 4.
So obviously Yamamoto's been struggling a little bit, but he's had a good start or 2. And I talked about the Diamondbacks' recent struggles offensively. I talked about that when I took the Dodgers on Monday, I believe that was. So yeah, and then Montgomery's been solid in his. I think he's made 2 starts, I want to say, since he's joined the Diamondbacks. I think he's been solid. So just backing both pitchers, like I'm kind of backing Montgomery and then fading the Diamondbacks lineup in a way here. So first 5 under 4.5. Then going to the Orioles with Corbin Burns, first 5 minus a half, backing Corbin Burns, and then fading Luis Gill for the Yankees, who has had a 1.8 ERA so far at home and a 5.52 ERA on the road so far this year. And of course, they're in Camden Yards for this game. So just having the Orioles to, take their first time money line was like minus 150 or so. It was, pretty juiced. So just taking them to have a lead by one at even money, score, a few, maybe off Gill in the first 5, and then Burns to, pretty much shut down the Yankees, hopefully through the first 5 and have that cash.
I am on that same Dodgers Diamondbacks play, first 5 under 4.5. I'm on that same play, kind of just fading the Diamondbacks against Yamamoto at home. And then you mentioned yesterday with the whole B situation, it was supposed to be Montgomery, but now he got moved to today. So I do like Montgomery in this matchup at home against the Dodgers. I love that play for you. Orioles, you mentioned Luis Hill on the road. I believe you mentioned horrible on the road, great at home. Obviously, this is at Camden, and Corbin Burns, great at home. So you're just taking the Orioles just to have a lead through 5 innings. I like that play for you. Those are Ari's 2 plays. And then going back to my 3 plays, the Cubs first 5, the Astros and Guardians over 8.5, and then the little Champions League same game parlay with Dortmund and PSG both scoring, and then Kylian Mbappe is scoring as well. Comes out to about plus 130 for that little 2-egg parlay. Obviously, you can find all of these plays and this video on our Twitter below, AKP Sports Talk. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is 4 wins, Ari. 4 Nerfy wins on this live stream. We are getting something rolling here with these Nerfies.
Is there potential tomorrow, or
who knows? Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow, right? We'll find out tomorrow. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's Ari. I'm Korea. We will be back tomorrow with our best bets. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a great day.